So let's open this up. There's a little scuff on here. I didn't do that, but maybe it came in the delivery. Delivered by UPS, and should have come after 2 days. But not only did the delivery date come 4 days later than it should have, the device itself arrived a day later than that because of charges. Import charges they didn't tell me about. And another UPS rant for you. The UPS app, which can only really be used from the United States, said I could pay the driver those charges. The driver did not give me that opportunity because he rescheduled the delivery before I got the chance. So I paid online, thanks to the support of a wonderful human being who helped me out. But that's neither here nor there. Ooh, this is a quite deep one. Anyway, let's put this over here. And there she goes. Device itself. Oh, it's quite weighty. We've got the button on the side here for disengaging the top of the device. 2 USBs. Expandable SSD slot. We do have an SSD. I'm going to pop in there to expand it. And an SD card slot for expansion and updating. Network card, so it will be updatable online by itself. Let's put this one here on this part of the grotty table. Let's see what's under here. Oh, and we've got ourselves the wireless Polymega dongle and the controller. Now, I have taken a brief look at the controller that comes with the Super module, and I was pretty happy with it actually. This one, relatively light, comfortable. I like the sticks. Yeah, nice click on there. Yeah, no complaints so far by that. We'll have to see how that works. Let's have a little look-see. Oh. And in here, moment of truth. Quick start guide. I'm sure that's going to come in handy. HDMI cable. I've got about 100 of those. And the UK plug result. And obviously charge cable for the controller. Again, got about 100 of those too, of different types. And the rest of the plug. Let's have a little look-see at the Super module. Now, like I say, there is different modules available. One for the Mega drive, called the Mega. One for the NES. One for the PC Engine. And one for the N64. This controller. These should, because they're essentially just new versions of the classic controllers, should just connect to the original consoles, for example the Super Nintendo, and function as an extra controller for them. I may be misled on that assumption, but you can hear here. It's got some good click, click, click going on. Durability. The only downside is maybe the select and start buttons, but they're okay. I can live with those. And then this is the add-on itself. So this clip on here, we'll just give it a little test run. Don't want them to send me a dodgy version. So you pop in the button here. That pops out the protective casing. In this case, it's just to, fill out the design. This part doesn't functionally do anything, as far as I believe. Yeah, literally just an empty piece of casing for aesthetics purposes. And then the new part just slides on. And there you go. And I think that's pretty neat looking. It wouldn't look amiss in any other collection. It will go comfortably amongst the other consoles, I believe. But yes, I'm pretty happy with that. Hopefully, I'm going to spend the next couple of hours getting this all set up and organised. And we can go to some footage of it being played. Possibly after this cut. So we have on here, we'll go through collection by collection. These three are all free games that were included originally. Console was purchased an update. Oh no, not this one. Extended set. That one's different. That should be down as PlayStation. We'll have a look at that. That one we'll go to. So for this, there's a handful of games with PC Engine, handful of TurboGrafx. Not taking a look at, and handful of NES, which are under the NES Maker banner. So I assume recent games made that would work on NES if they were transported onto a cart. What's interesting is those games that are coming out for or tied to the NES or for other consoles. Just got a message. I hope that didn't come through the speakers. Cool. Just toss my phone to the side and let it explode when it hits me on. The idea is some indie developers are developing games on cartridge for classic consoles as well as workable on PC and other modern consoles. So it would be interesting to pick those up. They should work with it. But as you saw just a minute ago, they also installed a demo disc. And it will be interesting to see if that demo disc does run. It's for quite a big game. It came as an extra with a classic. But let's have a little look, see what else features are first. So in play this arranges things by what you've added recently, what you've been playing, your collection by console and by region, and some other options. Also take pictures in game here, which I did just as a tester. A bit slower than just pushing a button that takes a picture, but not far off photo modes in other games in terms of speed to take the picture. So not unreasonable. Not a lot of use for those now. And you can save to storage device and maybe upload them by taking the storage device out, like USB, or on the back there is a slot for e-card, micro SD, I believe. But that tends to be used for other potential uses, which we'll get to. So on the system side of things, we'll go into system itself. There is an included database. Take a moment to load. We are hooked up to the internet here as well on the console, so it should all be up to date. So this is the full alphabetically organized of games that it has registered in its database. That is not to say that the games are all games that work smoothly, or that these are the only games that it will run. Just the ones that have been added to the database thus far, which is, I assume at this point, about 4 to 5 years, including development time and previous versions of the console. How much time and how many there are. So on here, you can see a wide range of titles it will cover. It also shows you the different consoles, and it shows you the different regional versions. I love Abagogo, which is this fascinating thing, going through and looking at the titles of different countries and just falling in love with them. It's really fascinating to go through and learn. They've put some effort in, only a little touch of information. But every title has something about it. Screenshots covering the game is like first 15 to 20 minutes, but to some extent, and also developer behind it and genre, and you can select the publisher and it will show you everything the publisher published as well, which means if you're going for a specific collection of things, you can really sort of streamline exactly what you're looking for, focus on what your developer is doing and select all of those. See what's come out within a certain year. Like if we scroll even further down, games of a similar type, more published by the same publisher, more by the same developer, and the year they were released, which is even more interesting. Running that comparison in your head of, well, this came out and that came out. That I fascinating to find that out. But in the collected section, we just scroll down quite quickly. Somewhere, yep, there we go. It will highlight the ones you've collected as well. So you can use this as a sort of tick list for what you're collecting. So if we wanted to, and do this, yeah, Arcanine, let's do that one. I can hop in, add that to wish list, and therefore we have saved our wish list here that we can work on adding or finding games to as and when we collect them, which would be fun to go through, searching for. Anyway, the other interesting, and it's something that I'm going to be looking into, especially around the Saturn, is that you can use the micro SD slot, and I suspect the other options for installing, to install is two games. So if you've got a game from overseas that only has language options that you can't work with, you can look for is people have made for emulated consoles online for the specific games, and hopefully it's all working properly, install those patches to the game. So for example, if we open up Polymega and set display, we can select a patch to apply to the game, and that's not just language patches. You can look at installing HD patches, and maybe patches for additional content if somebody's made third-party handmade content. The possibilities are really interesting with the patching side of things. Maybe you've purchased Dreamcast as an example. I remember Metropolis Street Racer coming out and being bugged and broken in that first pressing of discs. Imagine you have a first pressing of a game that is broken for some reason or other. Maybe you can find the updated version of it onto the disc, or the data on the console. So there are a lot of options and flexibility available for. You'll also notice here cheat codes. Now that's action replay codes, similar devices, so you can apply action replay codes to any of the games if you have them. They have supported codes. Play with cheats. Now the audio player, I've not messed with. I assume it's just the tracks. I don't want to play that for too long. Anyway, the tracks are originally on the discs. Remember when you'd put a game disc in a CD drive? I assume they're the same track. I may play Colin McRae Rally. Do you like it? So it's an exciting console. The other thing you can do with that SD card, you may occasionally find games, specifically disc games, where the disc will not be played. The disc is fine, it's been read onto the console, the data is there, but for whatever reason there are issues and errors. I have noticed also an N64 game on another person console coming up with errors. Sometimes the console would advise you to change things, make that possible to play, and it works. But some cases, because the console has bespoke, custom, my words have disappeared from my brain, BIOS for the consoles, you will find that sometimes they just don't work with that BIOS. The console gives you the option, if you download onto a memory card. I need my brain to catch up with me. Memory card to install original versions of original console BIOS and apply them use with the games as well. And that will fix the problem. I've not had to do it yet, but I suspect I have a couple of titles on here that will suddenly start working if I do something once. It's something that I need to look into. I've only had the console for a short period of time. All I've had time to do really is install a couple of games, or the whole collection available. I've also been unwell the last couple of days, so really had the chance to properly mess till now, hopefully. But you can hear by my voice, still not 100%. So we have played before, but I'm going to go into this PlayStation. Yeah, we're going PlayStation first. Big bucks in it. Everybody loves PlayStation, and there are some titles on here I want to stream in the HD quality that I've not had the opportunity to stream before. I've attempted to stream Saturn, for example, and while I can technically do it, it's never been very nice to look at. It's always been a bit of a hoop jumping experience on my budget. So the console, I heard my wife yesterday talking about it. Someone on the phone was like, "Oh, they've bought a £500 console." It wasn't £500. It was just over 300, which is still a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, but I got it at a relatively good price. The price has gone up since, specifically for console, and then paid on top for postage. UPS was fantastic. I'd like to have a little rant about them quickly. UPS only seem to have options for people in the States to communicate with them. I had to jump through so many hoops. Apparently there were import charges we weren't expecting. Only on the base device. The second part, the super module, was fine. And the base device, the cost was exorbitant, and UPS were putting up on their site when I finally found out that there was a cost via emails I didn't have pop-ups for, that I needed to pay the charge. But they said on the messages and on their site, you can pay online or you can pay the driver at the door. Jumped through a load of hoops, figured some things out, realised I could pay, waited for the driver, and he, I assume it was the driver, put in a request to change the date of delivery before the cut-off point or delivery time period. So he never turned up at the door and I never got to pay. So I ended up having to pay online, which also had its own set of hoops to jump through. Sign up for this, your name down for that, take this code that we're going to send you to confirm your sign up. Oh wait, every time you exit the code thing, because we've sent you this message via your email and we've sent you the code via the email, you go to your email to check the code. The email that we were using to connect to our message is now reset, so you need another code. I had to jump through so many hoops, but eventually it arrived. It was paid for. It was all fine. Cost more because of delivery charges than it would have cost. Thankfully, I know that the modules come fine and they're actually relatively cheap. The Super module cost less than a Super Nintendo in good condition would do here. We have a Super Nintendo downstairs. It has had trouble running. I'm not entirely sure what the problem is, but and on top of that, it doesn't play all region games without modding it physically, and it's not going to screen them in HD. It's not going to have the other game options that are available. So I was glad to buy this anyway. There are other consoles we do not have and can't play games for. Most notably, I wanted to be able to play region-specific disc games and patch them language-wise, and I wanted to be able to play PC Engine, Neo Geo, CD, those titles, without having to pay out for the incredibly expensive consoles available, especially now. And they were always expensive, Neo Geo CDs, but and that's my little rant about the price over with. But anyway, as you can see, we've got a few games on here. I want to see what ones where. I'm tempted to look at Klonoa. Recently had that HD remastered collection come out. It would be nice to see. I think that's more based on the Wii version, although I could be wrong. It would be nice to see how that looks here. When playing it on the PlayStation 3, it would have speed issues. So it'd be nice to see if it runs at its original speed. Interesting to look at Resident Evil. I prefer the Dreamcast and N64 versions of Rayman 2, but Rayman 2 is a classic title. One of the titles, Janmani, would be fascinating because of the rhythm action aspect. I know this is wireless. I know there is more time delay issue, like input lag. So we'll see if that runs. Tomb Raider 2, obviously Tomb Raider collection's just come out as well, so that's going to be interesting to look at. Now I had wanted to play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. We'll have a little root about on one, see if that runs. So you've got options here before we dive fully in for new game and classic. Obviously here, classic mode, we'll just play the game. No extra details. Start new game. That will add things like being able to save anytime you want. and restart, like most emulators do now. You'll notice also, for American viewers watching, yes, that is called a different name than you may know the game series and game we know. Only the first game came out with the name Tony Hawk's Skateboarding in the PAL region. I don't know if any came out anywhere else like that. But it's still the same game with slightly slower refresh rate. It's funny watching. I picked up the Metal Gear Solid collection. Played through that online, and it was fascinating. We'll have to skip the music here. I'll turn that down. But yeah, it was fascinating. Because you'd have people complaining about the Metal Gear Solid European version on that collection. That's all I ever knew. So I do not see a problem playing it. But everybody else is very down on the speed that plays there. I get it if you're used to something else. So, console immediately set up. I'm going to go in options. I'm going to turn the music down. I apologise. I know, not the same, but you're going to have it in your heads. Because we can't have that licensed music all over this stream. I had enough streams muted all over the shop because I played public domain music and it still got flagged up, so you have to forgive me for that. Let's get into it. Tony was always a bit clunky to players, but we'll just go baseline. It never seems to make a difference. Oh, here we go. Let's see how this looks. I don't know if anybody wants to compare the loading time for this, but they do hold some loading time purposefully. Yep, still got it. It feels a bit stiff at the moment, but to be fair, I haven't upped his stats at all. The instinct is to try manual as well, which, you know, the game isn't possible. You'll be able to get up that hill, but that's not happening apparently. Yay! Done it! Where's the last boxes? Oh yeah, on there. That's not so bad. Not so bad, we got him. Yay! We're certainly not going to get the high score on this one, but... Or maybe we will. Oh! Get up, Tony, get up! Tony, they're taking your stuff. Get in there. Ah. Tony, don't take their shit. Nice. Nice. One more tape to visit them all. Save career. Let's save our career. So we can individually. It seems to be. It's not a generic on console emulated save card, but you can create an individual save card for each game. Bear with me. This might take a few minutes. Nice. Could be better. Yeah, the ones that are left over. Was there a stat point over here? I seem to remember one being there, but that could be the other follow-up titles where the level was featured. This level's been used so many times. Ooh. Still got it. Nice. Keep seeing the top of that taxi and thinking it is a point modifier or stat point thing or whatever. But it's not. Losing my mind. Yeah. Oh, almost. The control, the base control that you get with the console, it's okay. It doesn't match the quality of the controller that came with the Super module, which is corded, specifically built to work with Super Nintendo and other consoles like the Super Famicom. It's like a high quality updated version of the original console. Very nice D-pad, high quality feel. This little more plasticky. And I don't know if I prefer it to what I saw of the first version of this controller. This is, I believe, is the second version. I think I prefer the other one. This is a bit chunkier in the middle. It's more close to the aesthetic of the console, but doesn't feel quite as nice. D-pad is the PlayStation segmented D-pad instead of one smooth pad. I would have preferred a one smooth D-pad. That's just how I roll. I'm a fighting game guy. At least I used to be. So I don't like having that gap in the middle. It's uncomfortable. Otherwise, sticks feel really nice because they're pretty comfortable. They don't have as much depth and gauge, but they're okay. Let's see how long it lasts. A bit lighter than you want it to be for some reason. Almost there, but just slightly off. And I feel that the sticks are a little close to the buttons and D-pad, and my thumbs just catch them slightly. I may just be me. That's a issue with a lot of consoles, right? So I'm not complaining too much. As for functionality, works smoothly. Immediately knows what it's doing for each console. You can set up properly. The only other downside maybe is the start select buttons are a little less rigid and well made than the rest of the controller. But that goes the same for the SNES controller as well. I find the start select buttons on that are a little too soft. They are close to the original controller as well, which is why they're like that, but they're still a little too. Not that that's a major issue. You can use USB controllers with it. I haven't tried that yet. And as much as you can use the new controllers with the old console if you want to, use the old console controllers with the Polymega. So if you have a preferred SNES controller or other console, there's no reason why it won't work. I would prefer if there was a wired exclusive version of this, which had the same sort of quality cable as the original console alternatives as well. But that's a small gripe, really, considering what this can do. I'm going to have a quickly have a look. What do we need to do? Nothing. Cool. Complete that level without even thinking about it. Just how good we are. Oh yeah. Embarrassing, man. Go to another level. As we've unlocked one. We'll go through and just complete this game quickly. Why not? Maybe we'll just do one more level. Move on and have a look at something else. There are some games I want to play through completely, so we may have a brief look at them, but not on this. Well, thanks, mate. They keep... Yeah! Just the points. Nice. Ugh. Yeah, that's about me if I skateboard these days. Move. Hold on, Tony. Hold on, Tony, me old mucker. That's the wife for kids. I love that advice it gives you. Not to bother finishing your tricks, mate. We can get that high score at least. A pro score. No. That'd be good. I love it. Got a single tape. Ooh. Let's try for them. Okay, let's. Yeah. Yeah, I meant to do that. Just crash into the wall, whatever. Just love how slapstick it all is. Concentrate on the letters, mate. Concentrate on the letters. Oh. Ah. Great. Doing the impossible. Now getting that tape is going to be a challenge. At least for me. But not impossible. Done it before, I can do it again. Or not. Gonna go? We'll make that a different one, eh? Got the skate letters, that's a start. I assume I'm supposed to apply my stats. Can I hear them? If I've earned any? I have vague memories of the first game. The second game onwards, I know down. Played a lot of this on both PlayStation and Dreamcast. But I remember a friend coming around when I was younger and playing the demo. I played that a lot on Dreamcast. And just playing it so well, I was just dumbfounded at first. But then you have these moments where you see someone playing something and you're like, oh, right. Well, that's how you're supposed to do it. Not what I was doing, whatever that was. Three. Need to remember what the last challenges are. We trying. Oh, I should have landed that. I pulled it off fine. Nine hundred, more like. Ooh. Why do that? Why do you do that? I don't want to do that. He went off. Now the console defaults to having you play with the D-pad, but you go in, got a tape. We push the central Polymega home button. We can go in and set things to turbo fire for a button. Though I believe there's a button on the controller that does that. We can turn analog off and on. So that should use a stick. There we go. A little slow actually. D-pad is still allowed. I think it's just going to be using the battery a bit faster. So you can have both on at the same time. Or just D-pad. Obviously we can save and load state. Take our screenshots. Beautiful. Then we get into the interesting stuff with the virtual display. So we can fiddle with the aspect ratio. So we've got something. And we start fiddling with things to give it some RGB, composite signal styles. Composite, I think, works better for me. I think RGB targets it a bit. The Game Boy and Virtual Boy options are interesting. I'm not sure I would use them too often, but I think that could be really interesting if you were capturing footage and wanted to do something stylish with the footage. And yeah, that's about it. You can obviously change the resolution 720 as well, just from here. Change it back to 480, 1080, 480. There are other settings available, some normal video and audio settings. So we can fiddle with the basic system stuff from here. And obviously restart the game. Change the type of play you're using, instead of having to go into the original start options and reboot all the way from there. I am going to take a look at what we need to do. I think it's just the high score or pro score. Oh, I've got a bit of a sore rib. I'll grind 5 tables. Okay, that's easy peasy. Just knock these out and move on to the next game. I do love the sound design on this. It's optimized to promote ultimate embarrassment. Nice. Where are the others? Come on, little table. I think most of them are on the other side. Sweet. Oh, there you are. Come here, table, table, table. I think there's a couple of awkward ones. Nothing too problematic. Was it around here or was it somewhere else? Where's number 5? I remember it being on the roof. Come on, table. Oh, that took too much energy. Right, good. Yeah, I meant to do that. Cool. Please. I will get the high score. Yeah, I can do more than one go. What? I dislike playing as Tony Hawk because his grab moves and all that. It's all a bit low. Every time he tries it. I was just aping his original career and the amount of attempts he must have had. The thing with this game is it was more of a proof of concept than a streamlined version of the game itself. Go for the 900, land on your side. Gonna happen. Held it too long. I like to believe that's because I have that input to lag there. And not because I just suck. Yeah, let's have a look. See the stats and all that gubbins. So he has been developing it. You don't control how his stats grow. Cool. Right. Right, so hope we should be able to get the score now. Fingers crossed. Maybe not by doing that. Not sure quite what happened there. Because I always used to skate. Or put on a ton of weight. On side. Regular. Racing the other way around, even in a game, it just doesn't work for my brain. I don't know why. If I'm playing something like Skate where you've got the option to turn around quite easily and quickly, it will always readjust. Not having that as a speedy option here is a little irritating. I'm loving that wobble. We are going to do it. We're going to get the high score. Low score, sorry. next time. Potentially. Come on. Anyway, honey, what are you doing? We're going to restart. I want to make that landing off the awning onto the grass planter. Nope. Possible. That was going well. Just need to readjust. That's the other thing about the control. The start button and the clear button should be swapped. Because my instinct is push where the clear button is. Or start. Now. I seem to remember all the characters having 2 specials. But I can't remember what his alternate special is. So I'm literally just winging it at this time. He cannot land that move. Or that one. Or the basic anything move. I'm keeping my stress inside my body. I'm gonna come out gently like petals off a tree. Fine. I'm gonna land that. I insist I'm gonna land it. I didn't trick out of it, but thanks, pole. Sweet. Gosh. Darn it. You know, it would be nice. I don't know if anybody from Playmagi's paying attention to the stream or its archive. Some emulators have managed to put in achievements. Cool if we could patch in achievements for all these titles. I know it's probably gone through your heads. I know logistically with that many titles, maybe some of the big ones. No time. And another 10th hour in this time limit. In this recession. Never gonna happen. Keep going instinctively to do a manual. Only the second stage. No excuse. An embarrassment, Rob. Now that's sweet. Again with a hole. Unique landing. Was on purpose. I swear. As was that. Come on, let's go. Going well then. Only 5k left. Come on. I think it's 5k. Oh. It is in. Really cool. Just staying alive. I think that's the only way we're going to do it, is actually handling that trick. And then double back and grab that. Points, if I can. Nope, can't. Camera does not turn fast enough for you to adjust. I've noticed. It's there. And how to get to it. I'll take a break for this in a minute, but I need to for my own mental well-being. Finish this. Oh. Right, go up the hill. Come on. And do something from up here. Now you see during this emulation, with everything that's going on, with my smooth gameplay skill, it hasn't affected the emulation quality. PlayStation 1 wasn't ever super hard to emulate. Smooth and easy, don't get me wrong, every console's got chances. Considering... Nice. This is just like playing the original. Really? Maybe I'll leave it there. One final attempt. I've got a bee in my bonnet and it's stinging me in the brain. Two final attempts. Just slightly off. Good laugh. Yep, it's seemingly impossible to land 900. Bizarre. That should have been a land. Board was there. Okay, we've done it now. Enough. Yes, please. Let's skip out. I'm going to take this cup. And then we can do another game after a 5-minute break. Be right back. Righto. Welcome back. Hopefully that's not too loud. Good. Let's have another look at a different game. Oh. Have into something a little bit quicker. To say something quicker. I'm going to quickly have a look at Street Fighter X Plus Alpha. Let's have a look how long it takes. We've had trouble with it. I've tried loading in both modes. For whatever reason. Some games take a little longer than others. But I've not sat back and let it just do what it's going to do for very long. But I suspect it's just not going to get past this black screen. The other title that does the same, sadly, is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2. Haven't found any other titles that do this. I want to give it a shot in case. I hope everybody's doing okay. So what I want to hope to do is look into why those two titles specifically might be doing it, taking into account their PAL type. And then maybe attempting to dig out the BIOS from the PlayStation, put them on. I do have both a PS1 and an original PlayStation first generation. So we'll see. I don't like it. There's something to look into. It may just be something where it's going to take an extra long time to load up for whatever reason. Maybe it loads in the back. It just does not want to play. FPP, Tony Hawk's 2. Nothing at all. Not the end of the world. They can be fixed. I hope. But the unique Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 PS1 edition does load. And you might be saying, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4 on PS1? It didn't exist on PS1, it was only on PS2 or onwards. That's where you're wrong, sir. Vicarious Visions put this one out. And you might think, just a simple port then, eh? No. For some reason, the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 on PS1 enjoy the music while you can. Some reason this game and PS3, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 are different games from their PS2 and GameCube and Xbox original counterparts, which makes it fascinating to me. You have different characters unlockable, which is strange. I'm not sure if characters are on this, on the other one, or on the other one too. But yeah. So for some reason, Bam is not a pro skater at this point. For the usual crew roll here. Go with Rodney. very strange that it's loading in and out of different. Well, different menus. Well, remember these being solid alternate universe versions of those games. So just see what we can do in this one. Like this, it's like weird when it comes to the college level. It's not too dissimilar. Slight different layout, but the sparse, nothing space. And obviously it doesn't run with time, much like that game does. But you don't have NPCs giving you stuff to do. You just come to these weird coins in the world. I'm no better. And on this version of the game, you don't have the option to trick while in tricks, like manualing or grinding. I don't think you can't do it manualing at the very least. No, can't do it grinding either, from what I can tell. You do have the revert based stuff from 3 and the either switching over my word. Oh, that's better. Oh, that's much better. There we go. Without the music, it's obviously a bit odd. 10,001 combo, that's unlikely, to be honest. Yeah, pretty unlikely. Oh, this one. I can actually get to it. Revert off a street caught pipe by pressing R2 only. Okay. Hooray! Love that. Find 5 party and flyers to ensure a good weekend. Love how dry that is. There's one up there. Yeah, that's not going to work out. Yeah, I'm a bit loose on the D-pad, I think. Maybe sensitivity needs somehow tweaking. No, way off. Camera's better than it in the first game, but a monumental leap, I'll tell you. Hooray! He does have a very bad air and hang time, to be fair. Another task to do. Going over there now, are we? Almost got that CD. DVD. Ugh. Why didn't they put these levels? The HD. Yay! Music we can't listen to. Okay, cool. Easy. Easy. Where are they? Good. No idea where they are. Oh, there they are. All over the shop. Need to get that combo. We need to try again. Yeah, that combo. Hello? Had to think about it then. What am I doing with my life? Oh, no, wrong way. Wrong way. Where are you going? You bastard. You complete and total bastard. Right, Rodney, pay attention. Go that way. Get the green. Yeah. Done it. Let's give him some stats and say that'd be fun. Always love helping Muse. Many of these characters. Look, we've got 3 stats. Cool. That should help. Right. I'm a pro gamer, mate. I'm a pro gamer. I mean, technically, that just counts as being a pro gamer. Let's hop out. I'm going to save state just for the hell of it. Nice. Take a look at one other. Let's take a look at Jammalami. I want to see what the timing's like. I have a feeling it's not going to work out. The version of Jammalami I have like an ex-rental disc as well. Not in condition. I don't know if any floors would have potentially put over, if it even loads. It does load. Wow. Good. I knew it was going to work. Classic.
Where are you? I need you right now! Jet baby!
Yep.
That sure was fun. Part 1 was good too, but this one had more juice. What's wrong, Lammy? You seem down.
Oh, I wish I was that strong.
Lammy, you're already strong as is. You should be more confident. Nobody beats Lammy when she's on the guitar. My son.
But that is the truth.
Hey, don't forget, we are Milk Kin. With my son's beats, Lammy's guitar, and my almighty bass combined with that distinguished voice, there's nothing to be afraid of.
Squirrel! Yeah! Well, what do we have here? Plenty of munchies for everyone, right? Yeah! Not only munchies, but a little babe, all dressed up for us. Ain't that right? Right!
Lammy, here!
I don't know how ridiculous this game is.
See? The guitar rules again.
Boy. Narrative. Let's see if the input lag does anything. And then if it does, maybe I'll plug in cable, see if that does any different.
Oh, what should I tell them? I had a stomach ache, so I went to the bathroom. But there was a long line at the gas station. I told them it was an emergency, but they said,
Let's rap for it!
nah.
Get it? Get it? You get it?
I made it. Who's that?
And here's our new vocalist, Chop Chop Master Onion!
Yes!
Now, wait a minute. Who is that?
Lammy, here!
Good time. Well, in recent times when I played this on emulated version on official console, timing hasn't been good. Let's see what that means.
Yes, forever. You have many challenges coming at ya. Fast to the fire. Don't retire now, pick. Slide. And down. Again now, pick. Again.
Whoa, what a nightmare!
Yeah, there's something wrong with this version of this game. So the timing is not working out. But also, it seems to have completely crashed. We'll have to look at that again. Future. I did say I wanted to look at Clonaro, so let's have a look at Clonaro. Clonaro is a classic after all. We'll move on to another console. Have to do it this way. Not quite, but it'll do. I love it. Bear with me, I seem to have messed up my monitor. What? Oh, he's found a ring. I want that ring. He's a good boy. I love his little hat. He was watching you while you were sleeping. brief load time. I think they would load everything a lot faster, but they'd have to have at least some load time for an element of authenticity.
ファーム2分。ファーミルポ。
Knock him in. Three. I'm saying that way more than I normally do. Back. Gonna need it. Still. Here comes my hero, I'm idle. Someone's absolutely standing. I enjoy this pop. You can see, especially if you know the game, there appears to be 0 slowing. Speed seems to be entirely as it should. Because I don't know if it's optional for us, just alternate bunch of stuff to collect. So I want to get everything. Just one level on. We're only having a look at the first level. But we've led two sort of branching paths. I think sometimes they used to do that from memory. I could be wrong. So this path may just end up in the same ultimate endpoint. He slid a bit there when I stopped. I assume it's down partially to lag again. The input lag, if there is any, it's only vaguely noticeable. I mean, it's almost instantaneous. Pressing the button and seeing the action when it comes to this move. But I have noticed in other games there can be a minute delay of a couple of milliseconds. Yeah, go to the heart and then hurt yourself. Well done. Cool. I think that's everything. Missed one gem. Nice. I believe I missed one gem. We shall. We'll come back to you later. Maybe for a full playthrough, depending on what people want. Back out of the PS1. Have a look at something. Obviously, I've got two of the classics. Asterix was interesting because it didn't detect Asterix. When you put a game in, it almost immediately picks it up. And then when it came to this one, you pop it in, and it kind of looks at it and goes, "Oh, there's stuff, maybe." And so you can have an option to search the archive and associate it with a game. That demo disc is actually the same thing, which we should look at next after this. I'll have a quick look at the first level of this as well, see how it runs. The difference between game discs and cartridges is when I put a game disc in, it could take up to 8 minutes to install at the most high end. 2 or 3 discs didn't install because of marks, other issues. But when it comes to cartridge games, it is literally a split second. Wouldn't even be able to account, and it installs. Apparently, in this case, not successfully. I did have to associate it with the game. I may have to uninstall and then clean the cartridge. Try again. Again, there may be an issue with the cartridge itself. The data may not have saved properly. But another example. Like the cartridge based stuff. Looks nice. When? And everybody agrees. Have a quick look at one stage. I've noticed there is very slight input lag for this. I think that's more the game than the controller than the console. But we'll see. Yeah, there's a slight slide. Interestingly, the enemies from the background aren't crashing down. Where are they? Whoa! There they are. That went smoothly. My instinct is to push the B button to use my tongue. And I forget that it's to throw eggs. It's been a while since I played this. Absolutely slides when you stop. Let go. And he's still running. Let go, running. Let go, running. Only a slight issue. Crikey! It was harder than you'd remember it would be. That's my excuse. And I'm playing on it. Be interesting to try this SNES controller. If we ever do a full playthrough. Nice. Oop. Egg. Sure there's more to all this. What's that one? Oh yeah, the bit where you turn into a helicopter. Normalise Yoshi helicopters, damn it. Say what you want, I love the animation on them. Now it's the down button. Thank you. Sorry, Fleur. Let me out! Bastard! Hooray, nothing! Love it. Anyway, enough of that. Back out. Let's have another look at the. What I will do is quickly take a peek at installing games. So we were missing a game when it came time to install. We had like two, where the game cartridge, the game box cartridge was missing the game disc inside. Found one of them, which was the God Tier Spyro Year of the Dragon. But I figured show you what it was like to install and you get an idea. So we'll use the disc version, so this will be a bit longer if it's boring, but I'm going to push it in. So you have to, it's right at the base of the console, the disc drive, because you pop off the top of the modular components from the top. You have to shove it in all the way almost before it gets purchased. That's really neat. But now Und has, it should recognize what it is. Reading now. Eventually. There he is. Go on here, as you can see, play and manage. So we'll go to manage, and we can just outright add it to the collection, or we can wishlist it, something we want to collect later. We already have the disc, I don't know why we would need to do that. Or we can add and install. Now I've installed a terabyte's worth SSD drive at the bottom, so I'm going to have a bit of storage space for a while. Now we can sit here and while you're fiddling around with it in the drive, it's sort of backwardsly, quietly installing, even though you aren't practically installing it. Just reading it onto the console memory, and then you can get to this screen after umming and ahhing, and it would be at 23% already. Obviously, we were at 4 or 5% before, and you can sit here, or you can just install in the background and fiddle around with other options. Maybe play something else, for example. So we could just hop straight back into Yoshi's Island. And we'll be fine. And it's installing away. We're not going to play any more of this yet. I love it, but not that much. I want to look at other things. But that's installing while we're sat here. By the time it's installed, obviously you've already got it here. Was it added to your playlist? So I can hop in and read all about it. Like before, look at the other stuff available. And obviously it will, if I look at it properly without hitting things, show me the other versions available. The Japanese version, which I love. Good old Ripto. But we can also, look at the other things they've developed. Have a little peek at the screenshots and stuff they've got available. Same as before. Let's get up to speed with everything that came out in that year, Good idea what you want from it. While we're doing that, whatever we're doing, still installing. 28%, no issues. So while we're here, I'm going to take a little look at something else. So I installed, as you may have seen, in the extended set section, a demo disc for PlayStation. Now this is the Final Fantasy VIII demo disc that came in the original Final Fantasy VII sort of Game of the Year sort of edition, the classics range. I wanted to see if it will even load. I have not tested it yet. See what happens. Technically you're supposed to be able to run, and apparently you can, demo discs. I would love the idea of archiving all the classic demo discs as well. Nice. We can sit back and watch this while the game is installing. Obviously it's not HDified at all. And obviously it's a game that's also had a HD re-release. Was a HD? It's not a remake, it's just bits of it have upscaled. That's interesting seeing that that logo's different. Obviously this isn't the opening intro. But there's no helicopter noise. This is a very fascinating side content. I wonder how many places this has been archived. I may upload a version of this to my YouTube channel separate from all this. It's almost like it's taken from the end of the game. It all gets a bit surreal. But it is, like I say, fascinating to see that it is going to load up and play Just I mean, I suppose technically there's no reason why it shouldn't. Look out, he's gonna... Oh no, he's done a cut on your face. Say that, WWE. Wearing the crimson mask. God, I'm a nerd. Fascinating. Actually fascinating. Anyway, we're going to pop out of this. I'm not sure I need to save state on that. So that's a really interesting thing you can start doing with this device. Is, you know, archiving those unique discs and demos that could be lost to time. I think we'll see how Spyro goes. A little tiny bit of Spyro and then take a look at the Saturn game. Now Saturn's the interesting part of this. You have a couple of titles on there that I will be sitting down doing full playthroughs of. Assuming nothing goes wrong. Where are we at with this? So you can not install the disc and play the game from the disc in the drive. When you originally get the console, you only get about 30 gigs worth of internal storage, hence why I pop in the terabyte. You can go up to 2 terabytes, maybe more, I don't know, and you can pop in the SD card and I think use that for memory. I think you can pop in USB external memory. There is no reason why you shouldn't have unlimited options when it comes to expanding the memory, but I wanted to just keep it a really streamlined device. One terabyte. I don't think in my wildest dreams I'm going to be able to get enough of the classic games to fill that up. Now, there may be that question, oh, can you sideload ROMs onto the console? Officially, no. You cannot take ROM files on a memory card, install them onto the console. You need to have some version of the original media. There is talk that it will be able to read burned versions of disc games. I have no idea if that's true or not. I have not attempted to do anything like that. These are all legitimate copies, for better or worse, you know. But officially, it does not play ROMs. Whether or not some people have found ways to circumvent that, I have not properly looked into that. There we go. But even in that case, if I were to get as many PlayStation discs and discs and Neo Geo CD discs I'm interested in, Mega CD or whatever, I just don't think the ones that I'm interested in would be enough to fill any more than what I've already got in there. So I don't see it being a restrictive amount of memory. Anyway, have a little peekaboo at Spyro Year of the Dragon. Next time I play, maybe we can have a look at fiddling with action replay codes and see how that all works. But I'm just going to look at one of these titles and then go over to the Saturn and have a look at something over there. Spyro again. A game series that's had its original 3 HDified, remade. Interesting, some glitchiness on the bottom there. Maybe we can zoom in there. Was it dragon nap time? They did what they could with what they had. Oh, you've been rumbled, mate. So powerful.
We managed to capture the eggs, Your Highness. Every last one.
Excellent. Maybe you will amount to something after all. Now, go guard the tunnels. Stop anyone from coming through.
Where are the eggs?
The holes came out on the other side of the dragon world. We found some of the eggs, but they were too heavy to carry back.
The other side of the world? The Forgotten Worlds. Spyro, you'll have to go. Nobody else can fit down the holes. Yeah, come on, let's go!
Yeah!
Find the eggs and bring them back, Spyro. You're our only chance. You got it.
Is it? They're meant to look like that? Or am I misremembering that they had a top jaw and teeth? They look fine. It's nothing really, but... Oh yes, I am going to turn on analog. Now this console should also allow for the playing of any of the games with third-party USB controllers, and you know, obviously any controllers designed for the individual module's original consoles, so the Nintendo controllers by third party or weird alternate controllers. I may pop in my Pro controller in a second to see what happens. They didn't hide that one very well, did they?
Spyro.
I
To
do.
look left or right, press the L2 or R2 buttons. To quickly center the camera behind you,
It's L1 and R1, not L2 and R2. Maybe the controls are swapped. Interesting, I think. Oh, I'm tripping, man.
So, you're the one in charge of rescuing the eggs, huh? How sad.
The bad
Look
guy's
here,
called
Dragon.
Bianca.
If you know what's good for you, you'll turn around and crawl back up that
I
hole
think-
you came through. Those eggs belong to us now, and I've...
Here, Bianx. Say hi to Ricky for me. Ah! Maybe I should have stuck with the D-pad. I'm going to push the button. I don't know if the delay is going to be readable on there because of the stream delay. Like maybe a half-second difference. But the game may have always had that slight half-second difference. So
I just found one of those portal thingamajigs that...
okay, jump and glide, jump and glide. I'll plug the controller in and see if that does any difference. Doubt it. You never know. About the same.
I saw something shiny.
Let's see what we can do. Not very much. You're not going to tell me again. To be fair, I'm not really paying attention. Which is unfair on Spyro the Dragon. Look at these one here. I'm paying attention again.
To get the best glide distance, press the X button while walking forward, then press it again at the top of your jump. Finally, press the triangle button just before you get to the landing to hover.
Okay. Don't seem to be doing that. No, that didn't work. You're gonna keep telling me. I'll collect all this shite instead. Right, let's try again.
To get the best glide distance,
Come on, come on. Your mum's waiting on you. I've got so much shame going on right now. Shame. Shame.
To get the best glide
Yes.
distance, press the...
It don't work! Okay, that works. Cool.
To get the...
Yep. No! Ah! Do. I'm fine. Handling is fine. I will be interested in trying
To
the other
get the
controller.
best glide distance, press the X button while walking forward. Then press it again at the...
Hey! Go this way. So useless, Sparrow.
Oh!
Coltrane. Interesting name choice. You right?
This is a Superfly power-ups.
I'm gonna get the stuff first. Yeah, that's reasonable. Right. No. No. I love the look of terror on his face. Hurrah! Oh, you gonna get the egg or not? Oh, there you go. Yeah, egg. Oh. Ooh. Get the hang of it now. First time.
Your game camera is current.
No, I think we're right.
I see an egg at the bottom of this...
Right, Spyro can swim now. Cool. You alright?
Here I was, about to go for a nice swim at Shell Beach, and my portal just...
14 eggs. For some reason, eggs open portals. Cool. Come on, Bruce. I'm drowning here. Apparently I'm not drowning. Infinite swim. Ooh, that's smooth. I like that. Oh, you stud. Right, I mean, I didn't say that. Feels that something should be happening with that. Yeah, sure. We'll create them all. Come on, one left. No. Oh dear. I seem to have missed anything. Why have you got this
My,
little
how
kangaroo
funny
locked
to
up?
see you
Sir?
here. Why, I haven't seen you since we defeated Ripto in Avalar. Well, my business went into a slump after you left, so I came here and struck up a nice deal with the local sorceress. Lovely woman she is. Seems to be very fond of dragons, too. I'm getting paid a fortune to keep Sheila the kangaroo locked up. The pesky animal must have been causing a lot of trouble for that poor sorceress. I suppose I could accidentally let the kangaroo escape if you were to pay me, say, a small fee.
Well, I could kill you. I've got dragon breath.
I hope you appreciate this favor I'm doing in letting you out.
That's good of you, mate. No hard feelings, eh?
Right. After all, I'm just doing my job.
Yep, well, there you go. He's dead.
I reckon you'd be one of them dragons then.
Yeah, name's Spyro.
Never thought I'd see one. You dragons used to rule this entire world, you know. Then all of a sudden you left. Poof.
Dragons used to live here?
Didn't you know? They say it was over 1,000 years ago, I think.
Quite terrifying.
Just left?
Yeah, and the weird thing is, after they left, all the magic in the world just sort of went with them. I mean, they say this world used to have magic coming out the wazoo. Flying ships, singing forests, wishing stones, you name it. But when the dragons left, it all just dried up.
Is that why some of the portals don't work?
Yeah, they're starting
dragon
to
lore
fade
here,
out
pay
too,
attention.
one by one. Well, I gotta get back home and do some damage control. Come visit anytime you like.
Having that weird glitchy but at the bottom. All right, emulation. Right, that should have saved. But may as well. Nice. Right, let's take a look. One last thing while we're here. Now the disc has been in there the whole time, so take it out. Spinning it all. No. Technically, you can see that's playing for the. I was hoping to turn the controller off. I wonder if you have to register them both. Where is my Pro controller? It's just behind me. Thank you, Steve. See what happens. If it is possible. I'm thinking it's probably the earlier sort of controllers, but I wouldn't put it past them to have counted for them, just in case. You never know. Obviously, I'm going to do it by cable. Just vibrated. And I can confirm it's not picking it up. I want to test a few controllers before the next stream and then see what happens. But, yep, nothing from this. It did vibrate to show it had been connected. We recognised it was attached, but that's just it charging us. They say 360 controller at the very least will be picked up. But you never know. It's away. This is the fun part when nothing happens. Righto, let's have a continued butchers. Because we haven't looked at Sega Saturn yet. Let's finish off on that. Yes, I would say this is, aside from the fact it's missing some stuff, a near perfect set of games. Like, aside from maybe Battle Arena to Shendon, no real stinkers on here. Big Rally's the one that everybody goes to, seems to be, when they're streaming this. Let's have a little look at Nights into Dreams. After that, I'll load up one other game. And I'll call it a day for the Polymega stream. Turn the volume down a little bit on that. Probably should on me as well. Let me know if anybody's being deafened by this, those who are watching. Or I'll turn it up. Look at those crunchy pixels. Someone's bound to have AI upscaled this video. There'll be people doing that to every video now. Leave it as that. Really hoping and fiddle with the controllers. Just famously. Nights into Dreams had a special controller where you flick the switch on the back and it would accept analog input. So be interesting to see what it takes of input with these sticks, whether or not they're any good. We've seen this already. Let's just get going. Interesting as well, playing with, obviously the controller's only got 4 buttons on the front. I need to pick up the Mega Drive controller, really. That's the closest analog to the Saturn. I don't think it matters. They're essentially the same-ish first stage. I mean, they're different, but majorly different. You monsters! Yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah, it's picking up relatively smoothly. How's it picking up the triggers? Yes, I can do little dances. Accidentally killed somebody there. Oops. I'll take it. What you really want to do is loop around without dropping off the globe and getting the full 20 orbs. They're the best score. Before you pick it up there, so you don't do more than one loop. You also want to actually go through those. It's been a while. All these games, it's been a while. And you want to go around as quickly as possible. See again. I should really have come back to that. It's possible to get like 12 doing that. Yeah. You'll have a big loop, large loop. Loop. Bloods. Bloop. I don't know what I'm doing. You know it's time. Whew. Got it fine. I'm messing around, son. Well, I'm not sure Knights has got agenda. Lou, why are you son? Always feels like, oh, you dude. You're genderless, really. I mean, well, I understand if anybody's bothered by it. I apologize. C, alright. C's across the board. Is enough for a pass? These boss fights generally aren't too bad. The last one, it's all time based. Yeah. This guy has no challenge to him. Some of the others have some interesting ideas, but possibly the easiest boss fight in the game. And one more hit. Woo. Absolutely fine for a pass. Not sure if I was hearing music there or not. Again, this seems to be for emulation of Saturn that used to be notoriously bad to emulate. It is not doing a bad job. Able to play some quasi-lost games in HD. No complaint from me. And that's what I wanted to get it for, like, to sort of archive some of those classics where there's just less footage and less HD quality footage available. Let's get out of here. One button. So, I don't know if you've noticed, there are two very interesting games on here. I mean, not including Nights, into Christmas Nights, you know. That and Resident Evil, which isn't that rare or hard to get hold of, but is unique. Which maybe I might be looking to do some sort of playthrough of. And Panzer Dragoon Saga. Now, I've always said, if I can get enough funds, that my ultimate goal would be to stream the full game, the best quality I can, 100%, you know, which I think it will be a couple of playthroughs of it. So, I've obviously managed to get hold of the first disc, which is a lot easier to get hold of because it was given away as a demo. And my goal is still to play through Panzer Dragoon saga beginning to end. But we are going to at some point go through the demo. One of the things I want to test with this is the interaction. Excuse me. You all know randomly. The interaction between Saga and Zoe. Because both games go back and forth with their save files and influence each other. I'm not sure how well that could, or if it even does work on the Polymega. But it would be a miracle if it does. I would love to see if it does. Which means I'm also going to be playing Panzer Dragoon 2 Zoe through as well. So maybe let's have a little look at that now. But for later streams, more specific game focus. It's my hope to play through them both. Proper. One of my favourite games of all time. And I know that there was mention of there being a HD remaster, much like the other first Panzer Dragoon. We've still not heard anything about that. Apparently it's still on the docket, but no word. I certainly hope they learned their lesson from the initial game's HD remaster and keep the original music in and keep it feeling as close to this as possible. I very much love this game. You know what? Again, I played through it fully, completely. See what happened. So I'll just have a look at a couple of levels. And then we'll call it. I think. Oh, my back just cracked. I would read this all out loud, but I cannot do a good enough voice to read this with the gravitas it deserves. Oh dear, I'm so sorry about yawning so much, everyone.
Laxenia curial profebo, mester fromos fegos. Tistanaru, da, pasca fegos.
Bekan Laxenia genem.
Iotier anus. Laxenia gene, geskel de tzadike, da, ducati logi.
Weird code.
After the dubaras, the zen merks. Kai watanap, pascal bo. De on to lagma ducati. Da,
It is adorable.
de keskelte. No enfas eva.
Dianis Mekania. Dena. Oni Valadinor Naus. Dena. Naus.
Diabo! You're here!
I've only just finished the initial payment. Right, I'm moving some of the drama, sorry. Not even funny. It's me.
Tistana da Baskan famous.
Right, here we go. Damn right it does. This is more or less like a simple tutorial, giving you an idea of the controls, it's not proper level. But unlike other rail shooters, you've got 3D full radar display above you, so you can rotate round in all directions. Hold down button to lock on lasers, fire, handgun. I'm going to be likely we'll get 100%. Oh well. Nice. No enemies in the game. Game will. The guys responsible for remastering this game are watching, likely, please put an achievement in for shooting all of the huts in that stage. Just a little request. In my honour.
Player ルフィさん。エウティウス、エナケロエ、リュキアナ。リュキアナスメトイユ、フォルスインペリア。ケスケルデダルカ。タ、エナミタスノミタイトラ。
But here we go. Semi-propaganda. And from this point on, the stage, there are multiple options for where you go. You can control the path at certain points. You'll find junction moments where you can change the direction of the stage. Challenge. Mid-world narrative. It's so interesting. Once you are in the middle of some other conflict, you're not the one, protagonist against one single army. There's like at least 3 different factions involved in this. Maybe 4. That I missed one. This is a bit smoother than I last played. I also have a portable device. Which wasn't nearly as smooth. Now if we'd gone the other path, or if we would have flown over this mountain, I'm curious if I turn that over, how well it would work for this. I like how it's built. Just got No, we're not. That's it. That's it. Then go down. We'll have to be able to shoot that. Oh. Oh. Say what you want about this game, series, and this title. Impeccable vibes. Empty playthrough all the way. I'm not going to. Oh, it's the end of this game. I love that in this boss fight, not hard boss fight, but you are at risk of hurting yourself because the bits you shoot going off in front of you become projectiles. I think we're done. Overpowered. Thanks, buddy. Bye, best of luck. She's just done yet. 91%. Oh, not too bad for the first try. One of the interesting mechanics is, depending on the route and the things you do, you get points. And you get faster and better, you level up. Dragon evolves. If you get a perfect run through the entire game, you'll get a special type of dragon at the end. I think that may also play into the save for the last game.
Ena luce du veteran, lateo impeña. Lerte que nos dio, buromag shiva. Ena de nos quered, eti aftefoni vadukia naos. Den, lagi.
Mystery. We'll call it there, I think, for this game. Love that the pause is literally just... Yep, we're stopping now. Can't actually save from here. I am going to save state this. I don't know why I said that in a strange voice. Exit. We'll leave it there for the moment. You get the idea of the device, the Polymega now. The reason I picked it up obviously was wanted to stream those certain games and a range of others. Get a hold of Burning Rangers, for example, and stream that. I want to play through that version of Resident Evil. Look at Neo Geo and, the console's PC Engine if I can. We definitely have Mega Drive titles I want to install. I'm looking forward. It's an exciting time. I've been waiting for this to come.